morning. Good morning. I gotta put my hair back. It's annoying me today. What else is new? Good morning. Hi, Marette. Putting my hair back. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon for you. Happy rising. Hi, Ashlyn. Space Fairy, remind me of your name again. Sam. It's Sam. I remember. Just gonna take a few minutes to let some people come in. I was just researching YouTube. YouTube does YouTube live videos. Sam, yeah. Hi, Kelly. And so yeah, YouTube does YouTube live, and the last two videos of mine haven't saved. So I was like, oh, I'll start doing YouTube lives at the same time, and then no matter what, it'll save. So anyways, I have to download some software of some sort, and I think it costs money, but it's totally a good idea. You can go do IG Live like this through your phone, and then YouTube live. So it's a great idea. Hi, Brandy. I was just saying, because my videos haven't been saving for whatever reason, I was going to start doing YouTube live at the same time. But you have to download some sort of software onto I have to download it on my laptop. I think that's what I'm going to start doing. Good morning, Luna Love. I missed you. I was watching Brandy's, and then I had to shut off and do a quick little meditation to just get into my space, so I missed you. Yeah, Paula Santos. Yes. But anyways, I missed you, love. I missed you yesterday. Hi, Kat. Hi, Casey. I was off most of yesterday. I had a really funky day, which is what I'm talking about this morning, is the funky funk. The, what I termed last night, the spiritual cave. And everybody has their own words for it, right? The slinky, the cat calls it. I don't know, what are some other words? Just kind of coming down. The funky funk. Yeah. Hi, Kelsey, love. Sorry I missed you yesterday if you went on. What else is it called? The slinky, the funk, coming down into like the depths of 3D pretty deeply. We're totally the funky bunch. Yeah, so, oh, sweet. Go live, Luna Girl. I thought you were already live for some reason. Okay, you go. Oh, you had to. Got it. I know. You have kids. I have nothing. Nothing. It's crazy. But anyways, so the spiritual cave that I called it last night. So the interesting thing about that is that I came out of it this morning, which is rare. Typically, when I go into this kind of space of like, so the space for me is really coming, it's almost like I'm disconnecting, right? So I don't feel my guides. I don't want to hear anything spiritual. Please don't talk to me about crystals or energy or frequencies or ascension, or please don't talk about freaking astrology. I don't want to hear anything, right? I literally get into this space of almost like, I don't want to use the word, the F word, but almost like shutting off. Like I can't take in anymore. It's too much. And last night yesterday, I had this feeling of overwhelm. Like nothing was happening. There was nothing in my world that was like taking up my energy or, making me super stressed. But I was overwhelmed. It was like I had reached this level. Maybe I had reached this this threshold of light or energy coming in. And it was like, it literally was like, you're done. You can't take any more right now. Let's just settle down, come back down, get grounded, and just shut off. And so I ordered really gross, disgusting Chinese food. It was horrendous. In Mount Shasta, they have one Chinese restaurant, and it was literally the grossest food I've ever had in my entire life. It tasted like it was 3 weeks old. They had found it in the back of a refrigerator and microwaved it. It was that disgusting. So, hi, Brooke. And then I watched the whole entire rest of the season of Big Little Lies, which is amazing. If you guys haven't seen Big Little Lies, go watch it. It's fabulous. I watched most of it in San Rafael, and then I watched the last 2 episodes last night. Anyways, I shut down. And so what I was feeling, and I think it's because I'm in Mount Shasta, because I don't normally feel the major intensity of this really intense shift that happened. But because I'm in Mount Shasta and the energy is really high, one, I was really able to feel that shift happening so I can explain it better. And I came out of it faster. Normally, when I lived in San Rafael, I was in it for a while. So I would feel super connected to a Dhamma. I would channel. I would feel like, oh my God, I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm here. Like, let's talk about all these great spiritual things that are happening, ascension and all these fabulous things. And then I would crash, right? And I would be like, please don't talk to me about anything. I hate every word that has anything to do with spirituality. I don't know who I am. I don't feel connected to anything. And all I want to do is eat a ton of food, watch tons of shows, and pretend like I don't exist. So, and that would last for like a while sometimes, right? But yesterday it lasted within one day. And what I was realizing as I went through it yesterday, I was very, very aware for the first time ever. I was very aware of that crash. So I know it's the spiritual terms, right, of moving from the 3-dimensional reality to our 5th-dimensional reality, right? And I speak about that a lot. I know it can kind of be annoying and frustrating and whatever, but it's actually happening. And for me to be able to feel it was crazy. Like, I not only did I see myself going through it, but I literally could feel the shift. I felt the density of how it was to be in that space yesterday. I felt the heaviness of the reality we live in. I felt which is part of that disconnect, right? So when you're in this density, in this heaviness, your connection is fogged, right? So it's harder to have that connection. It's harder to feel that connection. So you have to do more meditation. You have to sit more. You have to quiet yourself more, right? It takes more effort when you're in this density. It takes more effort to feel that other frequency. Whereas when you're in that frequency, right, when you're in that really awesome space, it's simple, it's easy, you're in the flow, you're really super connected, you don't really have to do much. You are in it. And what's happening with us is it's going back and forth faster. So we're going up and then we're going down. And we're going up and then we're going down, right? And it's kind of, it's definitely, the faster it's happening, the more you're able to see it happen. Like, holy shit. Yesterday I was, feeling this other frequency sort of like, and then today I'm dense, and I'm in this like cocoon. And the other thing that came to me as I was in this space, in this cocoon on my couch, just eating Chinese food and just saying, please don't talk to me about anything. It's needed, which we all know, right? But it's needed. It's like, okay, let's ground back down. We're still here. We still have to function. So we're learning how to do both. We're integrating both. We're integrating the higher frequency with this denser lower frequency, and we need to go into that cave. We need to go back down into the density and into the let me go in, let me close down. There is nothing wrong with that. That is part of the integration. You can't just start going up and up and up like an elevator ride, or however you want to look at it, linear. It doesn't matter. It's not higher or lower, but as you're shifting, you can't just keep shifting like doom, 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 You got to go way back down and shut off, and then you go back up again. And up isn't like, again, it's not like you're, going up somewhere. It's just the term that is easy to use to explain it. Um, so so we're doing this like dance, right? And the sad thing is for all of us is that we beat ourselves up, right? It's like, God forbid you should feel like wanting to shut everybody out, turn your phone off, sit on your couch and be lazy for 2 days and eat and watch Netflix or Amazon. Why do we not give ourselves that permission? That's part of it. That is just as important. Those moments are just as important as the moments that you're sitting in meditation completely connected, or just feeling really in tune with everything, or really in the flow, right? Hearing things coming in, having those moments with your guides, those moments are just as important as the moments when you're sitting on the couch eating popcorn and Twizzlers and watching Netflix for 24 hours straight. So we have to get into this mindset, or get out of that mindset, that coming down into this cave, coming down into this density and into this wanting to close in and shut down and maybe even feel depressed, that is a beautiful reminder that you're doing, that it's working, that you're moving, that you're flowing. It's like, we should be proud of ourselves for those moments, right? Like, give yourself that. Be like, why do we not allow ourselves to have that? Why do we judge it? Because that's part of this process. We have to go up and down. Look at every ascended master. Every ascended master, why do you think they're called ascended master, right? They ascended. They ascended on the planet, and then they decided when they wanted to leave the planet, and they left the planet in whatever way they chose to leave the planet. But they lived for most of them lived for a very long time on the planet. Well, their ascension was very similar to what's happening with us right now, right? So, because they lived on this planet with this three-dimensional reality, right? With this density. However, they did not have all of this light and energy coming in like we do right now. They did not have the collective planet shifting at the same time. It was just them. So it was much, much, much more difficult. Why do you think they're with us right now, wanting to do everything and anything they can to assist us? Because they know how challenging and difficult this is, right? They understand it. And, if you were to have conversations with them and sort of ask them what their process was, I guarantee you there was a lot of up and down for them, right? Each of them having their own experience and their own way of being with it and living with it and moving through it, right? But that's why they're here. They're here to remind us of how powerful we are, remind us that we're doing it and that we're going to continue doing it, and that there's nothing we can do to not get there, that we are them, they are us, and that they are no bit better than who we are, right? They've just done it. And so now they're coming back and being like, okay, I'm going to assist you guys to do it. So when you hear those masters coming in and saying whatever it is they're saying to you, listen to that. Be gentle and have compassion for yourself. Believe what they're saying. It's like we need to stop judging our experiences as bad or good. When I went and got this disgusting Chinese food and sat on my couch, right? I was like, I had no judgment about it. It was like, I'm so happy that this is how I feel and this is what I'm going to do. Now, granted, I don't have a lot of responsibilities. I'm not a mom. I don't have a husband. So I don't have a lot of responsibilities. So it's easy for me to be able to do that. God bless all you mothers and fathers out there that have so much responsibility. But even that, allow yourself time for yourself, right? Allow yourself whatever it is you're feeling. Whatever you're feeling, it is perfect. It is divine. It is exactly what you need to be feeling. Try not to judge it. Try not to make it bad or good. Try not to not allow it, right? Like you're fighting it. Like, oh, I need to push through this. I need to push through this feeling of wanting to shut down and go into this cave and not be here. Because you also feel like, right? I felt this many times that it wasn't gonna go away. That I was gonna be in this space. That I was gonna be in this cave. That I was gonna be in this in this shut down, disconnected space forever. And once you are in it, it's like, I don't want to put myself in it because once I'm in it, I won't be able to get out of it. And it's not true. And we know it's not true, but we have that fear of not being for not being connected, that fear of not feeling like doing our work. I mean, I know that when I'm disconnected, I get freaked out because I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do about my work? Like, how am I gonna do my channelings? How am I gonna do my journeys? How am I gonna do all these things? I feel like complete disconnection. And you have to just trust that in that disconnection, you will come back out of it, right? You do come back out of it. You need that time off. You need to take the time off. We can't always be in this go, go, go in this spiritual light. I mean, I don't know anyone that does. And if they do, they're not being honest because it's too much. It's too much, you know, unless you're like a Matt Kahn who's like evolved to like God knows what. It's too much for most of us. It's too much coming in. We have to integrate it. You can't just have it all come in and just be like, I'm this evolved, enlightened being. You have to integrate it. And it's a slow process. And that integration process is coming back down, you know, shutting off. It's like you turn the knob, right? And you're letting this stuff come in and you're like really feeling it, completely connected. And then you turn the knob off and like, time out. I need a moment of silence. I need a moment to sit. I need a moment to zone out. I need a moment to not do anything. And then the knob turns back on, right? And off you go. So just know that when you're in those moments of F everything, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't feel anyone around me, everybody's doing it more than I am, everyone's more advanced than I am, I don't want to be on the internet, I don't want to be on YouTube or IG or whatever it is, you know, I wish I was in a cave, I wish I could shut everybody off. Whatever those feelings are that you're feeling, just know that that's completely normal right now. That is how you should be feeling. And good for you. You're doing it. And you don't stay stuck in it. You don't stay stuck in those moments. They might last for a while. They might last for a couple weeks. They might last for a day. They might last for months. But you will come out of it. And you'll come out of it in a different space. You always come out of it in a different space. I don't want to say higher space, but you do. It's like activation, sinking down, and then you go a little bit higher. Activation after activation, sink down. Now you never sink down. I don't like to use the terms of like up and down, but I already told you guys that. But this is just for the analogy. You never come back down to the place where you were before. So if you guys could see like the energy of where you are, right? It's like you sink here, right? Right there. You sink here, and then activation time. Do 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 do. Okay, then you get here, right? And then you sink back down, but you only sink to here, even though it feels pretty low, right? And then you sink and you kind of chill out and you're like, life sucks. What the hell am I doing? I don't feel connected. I don't hear anything. Can I just watch Netflix all day and eat popcorn? And then all of a sudden you get that activation again. Dook, 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 right? And then you sink back down. But you're never going back down to this. You have to trust that. You have to trust that you're never going, even if it feels like you are, you have to trust that you're not going down to the depths of like where you were 3 years ago. It's not happening. It's just not. It feels like it is, but you're not sinking back down to where you were. You're always getting more activation. You're always getting more activation. Even when you sink down into that cave, even when you seclude yourself and you shut down and you don't want to hear anything or see anyone or you want to quit or whatever it is you're feeling, right? That sinking down space is never where you were the last time. Whether you understand that, whether you see that, whether you acknowledge that, doesn't matter. It's happening. So if you can just hear these words and understand that even when you come down, even when you sink, even when you go in, even when you walk into that cave and shut the door and say, I'm done, when you come back out, when that activation starts to happen again, right? When you're connected again, you're going up and up and up and up and up. And then, boop, sinking. So we started here, sink. Now our sinking is here. Still feels the same, okay? It still feels the same. But your activation within your body is completely, the light within your body is completely different. That's integration. That's how you integrate this ascension. That's how you're integrating the fifth and the third, okay? So when you're sinking into that cave, it still feels the same as it did way down here. You still feel the same, but your light body is not the same. Your light body is completely different, even though you're sinking down. So that's what integration, that's ascension, ladies and gent. That's ascension, right? So you have to go in. You have to sink back down. And anyone that says that they don't do that, anyone that says they don't have depression, anyone that says that they don't feel like shutting down and that they don't feel disconnected, and anyone that has, everybody's going through this, you guys, everyone, right? So just know that it's part of the process. That this is what this is good. This is what we're supposed to do. Embrace the cave. Embrace the moments of sitting on the couch and doing absolutely nothing and not feeling connected. That's the scary part for me, is when I don't feel connected. Then I start to feel like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I've lost everything. That's just the sinking down, right? And then the activation comes again. And it's going to start happening faster for everyone, right? It's going to start happening quicker. So you're not going to be in that sunken cave for very long. It will start happening quicker. So it'll be like activation. Like maybe one of your activations, you'll start to really hear a new master coming in, or you'll start to experience a new star being, right? And then you're going to crash. Guarantee it. Boom, crash, right? You sit down in that crash mode, hang out, chill out, activation time, right? And as you're activating, that crash mode raises at the same time. So your next activation, you might actually start writing this information that's coming in, or you might start working with new clients, or you might start having a new course that's coming to you, right? New activation, and then you crash, right? And then, so as you're bringing in more activations, more light, your crash mode is going with you. Your crash level is going with you. So that's that integration, right? It's not, what it feels like is this: integration, crash, integration, crash. That's what it feels like, right? But it's not like that. Your crashing is actually pretty close to your integration. It just feels really, really separate, and really, really like, what the hell? And everybody's unique, and everybody's experience is different, right? But that is the process of what's occurring. So, bottom line, allow it all to happen. Don't feel bad about what's happening. Embrace it all. Surrender to it all. Allow it all to just be okay. Just be okay with it. The more you surrender and allow it to be okay, the easier it is to move through it, because you're not fighting it. You know, the more you fight it and say, I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to feel this way. I want to be connected. I want to be doing this. I want to be doing that. It's like, well, is it happening? What's right in front of you? What's right in front of you right now? Well, right in front of me yesterday was, I don't want to get on IG at all. I don't want to talk to anybody. Please don't say anything spiritual, and let me order Chinese food and watch Netflix. That is what was right in front of me. So what did I do? I embraced it. I went and got Chinese food, and I sat and did exactly what I was feeling. Now, if you can't do that based on your responsibilities, at least allow those feelings to come in, and don't say, oh, I can't feel that, or oh, I don't want to have those feelings, you know? Allow it to just be. Beautifuls. Hi, Color Light Balance. I completely forgot your name, but I see you all the time on IG. Hi, Tessa Love. You guys, I'm so sorry that when I'm speaking, I hardly ever look at the messages. So I apologize for not being conscious of who's on and responding to any of the stuff. But I just got to get my message out, and I get distracted if I start looking at all of you guys. Kirsten, you work with all the different colors, don't you, on IG? I've seen you. I've seen your amazing work. So that's it. I love you guys. Are there any questions before I get off? I know that Miriam is going to go on at 11:47. I don't know. Hi, Source Energy. I don't know what time it is right now, but she's going on at 11:47. So we will watch her. Any questions before I get off? Thank you, loves. Hopefully this saves. Kelly, hi, love. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're here. That is such a great little surprise. Aww. I was actually thinking about you this morning when I went up. Oh, Light Up Your Truth, 11:47. Thank you. Light Up Your Truth. Kelly, I was thinking about you, Earth Starlight Kelly. I was thinking about you this morning when I went to get my coffee. I drove by the hotel you stayed at. Every time I drive by that hotel, I think about you. I don't know why. Yes, we're doing 30 days of IG Live. So if you hashtag 30 days IG Live, there's about 16, now 17 of us doing it every day. Today is day 19 for myself and for a couple others. And so yeah, every day we're doing an IG Live. So it's pretty challenging, pretty interesting, pretty transformational. So I know that most of us that have been doing it have really shifted, and a lot of stuff has come up for us. So anyways, it's been amazing. Okay, no questions. So that is that. I love you all. See you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Have a great, I'm glad you caught me too, love. I do most every day at 11 a.m. Pacific, so if you're around, jump on. I'd love to see you on here. Hopefully this will save to my YouTube channel. I'm hoping. Let's see, the last two didn't. Is there anything else? I think that's it. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, but I will post it in the morning. Going live at 12:30. Okay, Moretta's going live at 12:30 Pacific. Love you all so much. Have a great holiday weekend. The happiness paradigm. Cool. I like that. Love you, Kelly, so much. Thanks, Tessa, for joining. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.